Good morning students. I hope you all are safe at home. In our last lesson we have studied more about the properties of water or more about water. Now in our next lesson we will start studying our need of air. Okay, our need of air. So first of all I would like to introduce you what are the properties and what is the uses of air. Actually we use air in our day-to-day life in so many ways. We use air. The very first way of using the air is breathing. We use air for breathing. So I will show you how do we use air. Here we use air for breathing, means whenever we breathe throughout the day we breathe continuously, and we use air for breathing. For example, let's do with me what is the breathing. Now I am taking the air inside like this. What I am doing? I am taking the air inside like this person is doing here. So it is a process of breathing. Now what I am doing? Now whatever air I took inside, I am throwing out this air with the help of my nose only. Here you can see this person is breathing the air or taking the air inside with the help of his nose. Similarly, we take air inside with the help of the nose and we give out air with the help of the nose. So the scientific term for breathing is respiration. What do we call breathing in scientific term? Yes, it is respiration. So today we will learn more about respiration. So what is respiration? Now I will explain you what is the exact meaning for breathing or respiration. Okay. Here it is respiration. When we breathe, we take air inside with the help of our nose. Taking the air inside means like this. When we take air inside, this process is called inhalation. This process is called inhalation. Okay, inhalation means we breathe in air through our nose. That is called inhalation. Means taking the air inside with the help of the nose is called inhalation. And when we give out this air with the help of our nose, it is called exhalation. Okay, what is exhalation? We breathe out air through the nose. That is exhalation. So inhalation means taking the air inside like this with the help of the nose is called inhalation, and giving out the air outside with the help of the nose like this is called exhalation. Now we breathe continuously. We breathe continuously means we do inhalation and exhalation continuously. This process is called respiration. So what is respiration? Respiration is inhalation and exhalation is equal to respiration. So what is respiration? Respiration is the repeated process of inhalation and exhalation. Means inhalation plus exhalation is equal to respiration. Inhalation and exhalation are together called breathing, and when we breathe continuously throughout the day, that process is called respiration. So now you understood the very first important use of air in our daily life is breathing or respiration with the help of inhalation and exhalation. Understood students? Now today we will turn towards the next uses or importance of air in our day-to-day life. Okay. Here we will learn more about water. You have to repeat with me. Air is present everywhere. Obviously, air is present everywhere, but we cannot see air, we cannot hold air, we cannot measure air, or we cannot hold the air, or we cannot store the air. But only we can feel the air, because air is present everywhere, but we cannot see it, we can only feel the air. Okay. Every living thing need air some or in other way. Like I have given the example of breathing. Like us human being, plants also need air for breathing. Okay. The But it is a fact that all the living things like plants, animals, human beings, all do we need air for breathing. Okay. Similarly, plants also need air for breathing because without breathing we cannot be alive. So air is the most important factor in our life, as we all use air for breathing. Okay. Now I will explain you more uses of air in our day-to-day life, as the very first use of air is, and very first and most important use of air is, all the living things like plants, animals and human beings, they use air for breathing or respiration. Only the methods are different. The method of breathing in respiration in plants is different. The method of respiration or using the air for breathing in human beings is different, and the method of using the air for breathing in animals is different. But the main fact is that all the living things need air for breathing. When the plants breathe, they take inside carbon dioxide and they give oxygen. CO2 they take inside. CO2 means carbon dioxide and O2 means oxygen. So whenever the plants breathe during the night time, they take out they give out oxygen and they take carbon dioxide for breathing. The same oxygen that is released by the plants during the respiration, that released oxygen from plants, all the human beings and the animals use for breathing. As we all know, we take oxygen inside and we give out when we exhale. When we exhale our breath, we give out carbon dioxide outside, and the same carbon dioxide that is released by the human beings of the plants is used human beings or the animals is used by the plants for their process of respiration. So now we will turn towards the another uses of air in our day-to-day life. Here we can see a man is blowing or filling the air in the tire of a vehicle. So what do it mean? What does it mean? It means that we some or other way, okay, we all use air in our day-to-day life. It is a very basic use of air. Here in our homes we use air conditioners. Okay, air conditioners totally work on air. Okay, the full form of AC, air conditioners. What is the main function of it? It uses the air, it condenses the air, it gives the condition to air to remain same, to remain conditioned, or to bind. It binds the air in the given temperature, so that the air cannot get cooled down also, or the air cannot get more temperature also. Okay, the air cannot become hot also, because the particular AC or the machine that is used for conditioning the air, it is called AC, air conditioner. So what does it do? What does it do? It actually conditions the air in the given temperature. Okay, understood? That's why the name is given air conditioner. Same, we can switch on and switch off the air, or we can adjust the temperature of the particular room to condition the air in the room temperature, given room temperature. Vacuum cleaners, all we are familiar with the vacuum cleaners. Actually, the vacuum cleaners also works or functions on the air. Okay. Here a man is using a pump, asthma pump. It is nothing but the use of air, but in a medicinal way for breathing. Okay. The very next and very common use of air to blow a balloon. So many times we use the balloons for different type of decorations or parties or celebrations. So what do we feel inside? We feel the air inside. Okay. Only we can see a blowing balloons. Here a small boy is making the air bubbles, okay, bubbles with the help of air. And in our childhood, so many times we have already done all these things, okay. So here I explained to you for the introduction of our next lesson, that is our need of air. I have explained you the different uses of air. Okay, where we use air. Okay, first one I showed you the first and very most important of use of air. Important use of air is for breathing, right? Then next air conditions, vacuum cleaners, asthma pump functions on the air, breathing process, blowing the balloon, and air bubbles. All these slides shows that some or in other way we all use air in our day-to-day life. So students, this is just the introductory part for our next lesson. That is the our need of air. In our next videos, we will just discuss what are the exact need of air in our life and how do the air affects on different things. Okay, so in next few videos we will see all these. Till then, I hope you will understood what I wanted to explain you through these slides. So children, please watch these videos so that you can also learn what is the exact term for breathing and what is the process of exhalation and inhalation. Okay, thank you.